This is Aaron Golub, host of the Blind Ambition podcast. We'll be bringing you world-class leaders, entrepreneurs, and athletes, people who have overcome obstacles and used their ambition to create enormous success in their lives. If you enjoy this podcast, if you get anything out of it, the only thing I'll ever ask is that you subscribe, rate, and review. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Aaron Golub, your host, and today I'm here with Xavier Rush. We played together football at Tulane University. Xavier, thanks so much for being here today.
Man, Aaron, thanks so much for having me, man. I'm excited to be on here, man. I'm ready to get started.
No, I'm looking forward to it. And, you have a really interesting career, and I just want to dive right into it. You had a pretty serious injury at Tulane, went on to play for the Eagles for a little bit in the NFL, went on to really start your own business. But, I'd love to dive into all of that. But first, let's just backtrack a little bit and go into, what led you to Tulane and a little bit about your upbringing.
Oh, man. Well, growing up, I was born in Stillwater, Oklahoma. I moved a lot when I was younger because my parents had my mom worked for NASA in higher learning and education. So they moved her around to different centers and everything, dealing with colleges and all those things. So I moved from Oklahoma to Alabama to Texas to Cali to live with my grandparents for about 6 years in Missouri. And then I ended up in Jackson, Mississippi when I was 5th grade. And that's where I resided until I graduated from high school. I went to Terry High School in Terry, Mississippi, lived in Jackson. My parents are both, my mom is an educator, my dad was an educator. My mom still works at Jackson State University in Honors College. She's one of the lead in Honors College. And my dad, he's now retired, and he's doing his entrepreneurial thing. And what led me to Tulane, man, it's crazy recruiting thing because I played all 3 sports in high school. Football, basketball, and baseball. I was good at all 3 of them. I actually got recruited in all 3. But football, was one of the ones that I got recruited bigger schools. I always wanted to go to D1 program. I always wanted to play TV. I always wanted my name on my jersey, things like that. So my favorite school was Vanderbilt. I wanted to go play football at Vanderbilt, SEC. From Mississippi, down south. I always wanted to play in the SEC. And I ended up committing. However, about 3 weeks before signing day, my offer was revoked from me. And because James Franklin went to Vanderbilt, and he decided to take my offer away. So then I couldn't do it. So I didn't have any school to go to within 2 weeks of signing day. And then Tulane came out of nowhere. My dad sent a lot of emails out to everyone. Every school in America, 2 or 3 emails out to the coach, offensive coordinator, head coach, offensive coordinator, position coach, and also the AD. And he sent that to every D1, D1 AA, and D2 school in America. He did that multiple times. Tulane hit back. They liked what they saw. They offered me verbally. So like 2 days before I was supposed to come up for my visit before my freshman year to commit, they told me that they gave my scholarship that was going to give me away to a local kid, this, that, and the other. So I didn't have anywhere else to go. So after that, I'm like, oh, damn, okay, what I'm going to do, they were like, we still want you to come for the visit. And I'm like, man, why come for the visit if you don't have any scholarship for me? Because there's no point. My dad talked me into it. Long story short, got there, had a great time, met with the head coach. He asked me, do you like it here? I'm like, yeah, I like it, but, I can't come, no scholarship. He said, no, do you like it here? I said, yeah, it's cool, but I can't come, And back then I'm a little temper-headed kid. I'm like, man, why are you asking me this? You ain't got no money for me. But crazy thing how everything works out for you. Some guy that was on the team wasn't doing what he was supposed to, getting in trouble, grades, this, that, and another. The morning that I went, like an hour before I met with him in his office, they kicked him off the team because he missed the meeting right before our meeting. And they kicked him off, and his scholarship was open. So I was able to sign. It was on my dad's birthday. So that's how I got to Tulane.
Man, that's awesome. And that perseverance to get there. I can relate to that so well. Through the recruiting process, I was sending out emails to every college in the country, and several times until they either just didn't respond after like 4 times or would get annoyed with me. And,
right.
I think that perseverance really helped shape you into the player that you became. I mean, that's incredible, that story, and the circumstances that led to it. Because if you just had said, no, Dad, I'm not going to go, they don't have a scholarship for me, you wouldn't have gotten that scholarship. Something opened up, something that was completely out of your control. And that's amazing how those pieces got put together.
Right. Exactly. And like I said, every day, that's why, that was one thing that happened in my life that made me be like, okay, things that's supposed to happen for me gonna happen for me. I have we'll get there as we continue to talk, but I have other things that I can say. But like, that's how I got to Tulane. It was crazy. And when growing up, I didn't think I was gonna play football first. Baseball was my first love. Basketball, I was better at baseball and basketball to me and some of my colleagues than I was football. It just, things happen for a reason.
No, exactly, man. And things happen for you in this life. They don't happen to you. And, that happened for you. That whole situation of Vanderbilt pulling your offer, that happened for you. That allowed you to be the player you were at Tulane. It didn't happen to you in life. But man, I mean, I want to dive into your injury, because I think that is something that really stood out to me and showed me kind of the type of person you are, how you came back from that.
Man, yeah, well, going to senior year, man, that was probably the hardest work I've ever put in with anything, man. Like 2 or 3 days on my own, talking with Coach Dub, meeting with him, seeing what I got to do, going to the field, throwing with the QB in the weight room, watching film, just getting my mental and physical just up to par. And to start off the season, leading the country in yards per catch, I have a touchdown every game for the first 3 or 4 games, and just feeling good, man. And then all of a sudden, right before we played on our Halloween game against Cincinnati in practice, the day before the game, busted my knee, tore my ACL in practice while I have one of my best seasons ever, you know what I mean? And for a split second, I thought I lost everything. You feel me? Like, everything I worked for, everything that I put my heart in, my blood, sweat, and tears. I've been playing this game since I was in middle school, you know what I mean? So, like, and before, so I'm like, so, like, what's next? Like, what am I going to do? So, David and Ethan were there with us at the time, and I asked David, I'm like, David, man, do I have enough time to get ready for pro day? Like, will I be ready? Because at the time, I was getting looked at to be invited to the Senior Bowl. I was getting looked at to be invited to the Combine. But I needed a few more games like I was having to solidify my spot. And then all of that was just washed away.
Yeah, man. That's I mean, and then that's an incredible situation, and it's a struggle that you faced. And I think just the way that you faced that and you continued to persevere through it is amazing. I mean, yeah, let's go a little deeper into, when that happened. What happened next? How did you kind of come back from that?
Well, when I asked David, could I come back? He was like, yeah. He said, it's up to you, though. And that's all he had to tell me, that it was up to me, man. Like, when he said that, like, I'm in rehab from 7 in the morning to 11 a.m. Go to lunch, come back at 2. Don't leave until they leave at 5 or 6 at night. Like, I was in there, like, really getting it, really, like, doing whatever I could until I couldn't do anymore that day, man. You know what I mean? That's when I started to change my diet, like, learn about foods that can help you recover, learn about how food affects you in the recovery process and the strengthening process. So I just really started expanding my knowledge on my body. And in 4.5 months, I was able to participate in the pro day. I wasn't 100%, but I was able to show something. And I feel like just being able to show something, and at the rate I did, it was good.
That's awesome, man. I mean, the fact that you came back is truly incredible. And then, I know that you were bouncing around a little bit trying to make a team, and you got there with the Eagles at one point, correct?
Right. So the Eagles, talking to them when I first came out, they were talking about drafting me 7th round. However, that didn't happen. I went and taught school for 6 months. I taught middle school, and I was high school basketball coach. And after that season, the Eagles hit my agent. I stopped teaching halfway through the year, went to start training in Arizona. The Eagles hit my agent up, asked me, was I healthy? He said, yeah, he's healthy. Called me up for a tryout that February. Tried out. Right after I tried it, they assigned me.
That's incredible that you had the humility to say, I'm going to go continue to train, but I'm going to teach at the same time because you need to make an income. I mean, I really like that message that you're sending there. That's really important.
Right. So like how it happened, well, honestly, the reason I went to talk, it was like I was at home just, working out on my own, chilling. I wasn't doing anything. And my girlfriend at the time, we were long distance. And she was like, well, she was in Teach for America. She was like, well, I gotta go here. This was only like 3.5 hours from where I live. So I was like, well, sure, I'm not doing anything. I'll apply for a job there and see what's up. So I applied there, went up there, and basically that's what got me up there to teach.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And then, you were with the Eagles for a little bit, and then what happened? What turned into XR Elite, what you're doing now? I mean, that's, I know it's been growing a lot. So how'd that come about?
Yeah, so what happened, XR Elite first started, so I got cut from the Eagles. So I came back home working out, and then people was like, oh, I just post myself working out on Snapchat, Instagram. Oh, can I come work out with you? Can I come work out with you? So, yeah, I'm just letting people work out for free. Come on, because to me, working out is just such a part of my life that I didn't even think you could make money. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, speaking was something that, so it was just like, come on. But then somebody said, man, you can charge for that. You can charge for that. And then it was like, I was like, okay. So I just started charging like $10 here, $20 here. And then I turned into, first it was XFactor Training. That was the name of it. And then I was like, so I started doing it for a little bit. And then I got signed. I went to play in the CFL for a little bit with Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. So I paused it. Then I came back. Then I got signed with the Saints. I paused it a little bit. And then after I got cut by the Saints and went to AAF, I was teaching around that time. But then I said, man, I'm just going to quit. I'm going to stop teaching. I just this past year decided I was not going to play anymore. I said, I'm just going to indulge into my business 100% because it's a passion I have. I've kind of figured out how I want to do it, things of that nature, and got a logo, got a brand. Let's do this. And for the last, going on my second full year as XR Elite LLC, man, it's making strides, man. I'm happy and proud of myself, but I'm also appreciative of people around me who have supported me and also been there for questions, for help, knowing that like at times I don't have any money to pay them, but they just do it out the kindness of their heart, seeing the my ability and my potential, investing in time in it.
I mean, you're trusting the process and you're allowing your circumstances not to define you. I mean, because of that, you're creating an incredible brand and something that's going to be, last a long time, which is amazing. If you were to, say, give one or two pieces of advice to a business owner, someone who's just starting out, what would that be?
My main advice would be don't stop. Don't give up, because just like life, you're going to run into points where it looks like you're not going to be not making any money. You look like you don't have any clients. You're doing everything you feel like you can do, and everything is not lined up like it should. Continue to press, because if it was supposed to be easy and comfortable, everybody would do it. Like, just weather that storm. Once you weather that storm, like any storm, when the rain comes out, it floods. But after the flood dries up, you always got the crops. The crops gonna come through. So you just gotta weather that storm. And like I tell people, like between the time before I teach and after I hurt myself, I got into a wreck. I was going to pick up my girlfriend at the time in her car. I got ran off the road, off like one of the little roads, into a ditch, flipped 8 times with no seatbelt on, nothing. And I got out with one little scratch that's on my arm.
I didn't know that about you, man. That's incredible.
Yeah, so from that day on, I really I don't worry about anything, man, because 9 times out of 10 somebody in a wreck like that would be dead. And I had one little scratch, so I know that I'm on this earth for a reason. I'm on here to help, to be somebody's motivation, be somebody's help somebody get through with whatever they're going through. And be an inspiration to somebody or just somebody to talk to. So like I don't have any complaints about much at all. If I run through an obstacle, it's there for a reason. Let's get through it as best we can. Not spend too much negative energy on it, and let's make it happen. That's just how I live.
100%, man. And I think one of the biggest lessons that people can take out of this is the fact that everyone in the world, wants to live that lifestyle of a 1% person, someone who's in the top 1% of, income, happiness, whatever it may be. They want to be in the top 1%. And everyone wants to do that, but no one wants to put in the work to be the top 1%. And you're doing that. You are putting the actions into place to create a 1% lifestyle for yourself. And in the future, you'll see the results. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But you're going to look back on everything you're doing now in 10 years and say, wow, all that hard work paid off. And that's something I tell myself every single day, because everything I do, I don't see results every day. It takes a long time to see results for everything I'm doing. And it sometimes can be hard. I mean, exactly like you just explained, but you have to realize that the process is there for a reason. And if you keep putting in the work, one day you'll be able to live that 1% lifestyle. And I love that that's what you're doing.
And most definitely, you got to, like you say, you plant a seed, you got to keep watering until it grows. It just don't grow overnight, man. Some seeds grow faster than others, and you have to just focus on your journey, your seed. You can't worry about outside distractions, other people's journey, what they say on Instagram, what's happening to them. You feel like it's instant gratification. That's not what you can depend on. You have to depend on like your hard work and what you sow into yourself, into your business, into what you love to do and your passion.
100%, man. I mean, first off, thank you so much for taking the time to come on today. Second, where can everyone find you, information about you, your business, and everything that you have going on?
Well, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. At my personal page is Don't Rush It, DNT_RUSH_it. My business page is _XR Elite, ELITE. And then you can go to my website, it's xr-elite.com. And also, man, we're going to have Aaron on soon. Me and my father have our own podcast called Like Father, Like Son. We talk about all kinds of stuff, from current events to sports to family talk to relationship talk. So we definitely going to get Aaron on to talk about some of that stuff, bring back some college stories and things like that, have some fun. And
totally, man.
And on my website, I offer, of course, training for all ages. My youngest person is 6 years old. Right now, my oldest is like 64. I do fitness training. I also do athletes in all sports with footwork, agility, and strength and conditioning. And, of course, I have merchandise that comes out with pre-sale, and we'll have inventory in hopefully very soon. So when you can see it on the website, you can just order it and get to you. It get to you in 2 to 3 days. So that's what we're doing right now.
And you're still in New Orleans, correct? Or are you in Mississippi?
Still in New Orleans.
All right. So anyone who's in New Orleans, go look him up and start training with him. And for everyone else, go buy some of his merchandise. It's awesome. I'm gonna go do some of that later.
All right, man. I appreciate it. And hey, if anybody's not in New Orleans and need a training and want to go virtual, hey, I do that also. So hit me up.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, and have an awesome rest of your day, man.
Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you enjoyed it at all, if you got one thing out of it, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe, rate, and review. Thank you.